This is Vinny. Vinny. Wake up. You remember what I told you, Frank? You say it back to me. I want you to say it back to me. What's his name? The name I told you, Frank. Okay. Shut up. Do what I say. You understand? All right.
United States Attorney a year before I found that out.
It's coming. Mr. Romeo's here to see you.
Mr. Romeo? Vinny?
Frank.
Frank.
That's what he said, and that's him in the waiting room.
Frank Romeo? I'm Pete, Governor.
Yeah?
You wanted to see me about something?
Yeah. I'm Vinny's brother. You remember Vinny?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You once tried to put Vinny in the slammer, didn't you?
Well, I tried. How's Vinny doing these days?
Vinny? Oh, he's fine. He's good. He's okay.
Really? Okay.
Really okay.
Good.
I was talking to him. He told me to come up here and see you. So I'm here. I come to see you.
See me about what, Frank?
Dominic Leopold.
Dominic Leopold?
Yeah. Who's he? Who are you?
Mr. Dubs. It's all right. He knows Vinny.
Vinny Romeo?
Yeah.
This is Frank Romeo.
What do they call you?
Frank.
What about Dominic Leopold, Frank?
Oh, nothing. Nothing very important. Vinny don't hold nothing against you. He says you was a stand-up guy. Real stand-up.
When did he say that?
Last night. I was talking to him last night, and, yeah.
Why don't you come on into my office? Sit down, huh? Come on. Make yourself at home.
Keep it on.
You drink coffee, don't you?
Yes.
Ann, have some coffee. I have to go to a little ceremony right down here, but I'll be right back. So you wait for me. Huh?
Hey, girlie. I don't want nothing in my coffee. Nothing at all. Black.
I like it like that, too.
Aye?
Paul Hamilton, Jr., do solemnly swear
I, Paul Hamilton, Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter.
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Hamilton. I'm sure you'll make a fine assistant United States attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You know Luke Burgess?
Sure.
Glad to have you with us.
Thanks.
I want you to meet Ernie Della Pinna.
Hi, I'm in 204. Only coffee pot on that floor. Drop in anytime.
Okay.
Did he tell you what you're getting into around here?
Yeah, I think he did.
Niles McKeon. Let me tell you sometime.
Okay.
Miss Forbes is head of our consumer fraud division.
Hi,
Miss Forbes,
Monica.
how do you do?
Oh, she has that effect on everybody around here.
Meet Pete Gallagher.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Pete.
When he's not showing you what to do, Pete will.
Yes, sir.
I'd like you to look these over.
And be in my office in 10 minutes.
I think that's her pretty well.
Where is he?
He drank his coffee, stood up, and walked out.
He didn't say anything?
No, not a word.
FBI. Ben Madden? Ben? Pete Gallagher. Yeah, how are you? You remember Vincent Romeo? Yeah, that's the one. He has a brother, Frank. Would you see what you have in your files on him? Right, and let me know. All right, thank you.
FBI, Secret Service, Postal, IRS, narcotics, all the investigative agencies bring their information here. You decide whether or not what they bring you is prosecutable. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I asked you before, I'm going to ask you again. Are there any cases you don't want to try?
Possession of marijuana.
Any other hang-ups?
No, sir.
Don't sir me. We want to win. We like to win, but we're more interested in justice than getting a conviction. New legal tools. What's that?
Well, that was a course on the new Organized Crime Control Bill of 1970.
You have some conclusions about that piece of legislation?
I think it's very important that they've cut through some of the red tape so the government can move in and prosecute extortion, conspiracy, bribery matters with the slightest interstate connection.
Tell me about the marijuana.
I don't want to prosecute the kid in the street.
Our enforcement program is concentrated on the commercial traffic. Tons, carloads of junk. People who deal along those lines. Any objection to prosecuting them?
No, sir. I mean, no.
Now, you're the bad guy. The defendant's the good guy. He always is. He looks like a good guy. Played ball once. Clean cut, looks you right in the eye. His wife and kid are there. They look nice. Great. Kid's cute. Wife's as pretty as your sister. She looks you right in the eye, too. Everybody looks you in the eye and feels sorry for him. A judge, clerk, jury, press, every one of them. You're a bum. He's a hero. The whole thing's a mistake. But there you are. You've got the indictment right in your hand. Blue Eyes is accused of violating the law. Your job is to enforce the law. That's what you swore you'd do when you accepted this appointment as Assistant United States Attorney. For $14,600 per annum. So you get up in the morning, you put your pants on, you come down here, and you spend your whole day, a lot of days, and a lot of nights. Also a lot of weekends. You married?
No.
Good. Trying to put Blue Eyes in jail. You're a terrible man. Awful. Now, do you know exactly how terrible and awful you are? You're the one who decided to prosecute. You made the decision. You went in front of the grand jury. You asked for the indictment. You're responsible for the cleanest cut, biggest, blue-eyed, all-American American anybody ever saw, standing there at the bar of justice, looking everybody in the eye. You did it, pal. You. So before you open your mouth, before you say one word, before you threaten that man's life, his work, his dreams, his hopes, before you try to put him behind bars, take away his freedom, separate him from those he loves, deprive him of his liberty, lock him up, you check the facts of the case, backwards, forwards, up, down, sideways, inside out, every way you can figure out. And before you stand up and say you represent the United States government, you make sure every damn word that comes out of your mouth is fact. That's your client.
Expected to open to the public sometime next year. But today, in fact, early this morning, Mayor Dan and his official family, tin hats and all, inspected the controversial on-again, off-again Abel Hart development that is now on again. After an hour-long tour of the gigantic building site, His Honor seemed pleased with what he saw.
Well, there it is. We're resuming full construction today, and this time we won't stop till this project is completed. We're realizing a long, cherished, much-wanted goal that all of us have sought for such a long time. I want to thank the people of this city who approved the bonds necessary to refinance the project. I want to thank the people on my staff who've worked so hard, and particularly, I want to thank our Director of the Utilities Authority, Deaver Wallace, who has the public in mind. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, gentlemen.
Frank Romeo was first arrested when he was 14 years old. He's got 22 arrests on the whole sheet. Most of them no dispositions. But he did serve time in Michigan and New York State. Bookmaking. Pinball machines without a license.
He lives here in town?
At the moment, yeah. You want him interviewed?
No. Check him out first.
He's strictly small potatoes compared to his brother.
What's Vinny doing these days?
Staying out of jail. He does that better than anything.
Is he still with Dominic Leopold?
I don't know.
I want to know more about that, Ben.
Check that out, too. Thanks for the coffee. Oh, you want to hear a wild thing? Old FBI report there. Mama Romeo raised both her boys to be big-time gangsters. Unquote.
Well, one of them didn't make it.
May I help you?
Yeah, I want to see him.
Mr. Wallace?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have an appointment?
I'm a citizen. I want to see him.
Your name, please.
Market's still dropping.
Then go back up, Ed.
Up one day, down the next. That's not the consensus on our stock.
Yeah. Who? Well, ask him what he wants. It'll work itself out, Ed.
We're going right down the drain every day. We can't go on like this.
This is no time to panic.
Almost $200,000 in loans outstanding at 1% a month. It's ridiculous to expect any help from there. Do you know what our collateral is worth today? $35,000. Tomorrow it'll be worth even less.
Tomorrow it'll be worth a great deal more.
We started at 96. It's down to 41 today. We have to sell.
We don't have to do anything.
We have to sell now. Get whatever money we can. We hold on to it, all we can do is lose more money.
And face a $200,000 debt and no way out. Let me buy you a drink, Ed.
What?
You look like you could use one.
Oh, Mr. Wallace, this is the gentleman.
You're the utilities guy, huh? That's right. I seen you on TV a couple of times. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I had to say. Thank you. Thank you very much.
These will need your signature. And don't forget about the dinner tonight.
Tonight?
The senior law students at City College. 7 o'clock cocktails. 7:30 dinner. You're the main speaker.
I am.
You are.
What am I speaking about?
They suggested these subjects. Trenier.
Oh, Luke, this would keep Raisy in the office 6 nights a week. His wife's still laid up?
Yeah.
They've got, what, 3, 4 youngsters?
4.
Well, let's find another assistant to handle it until she's up and around.
I like Hamilton.
Pete?
I like Hamilton, yeah.
I like him, too.
Has he been around long enough?
He knows what he's doing, Joe.
Okay. Hamilton. You keep an eye on him, Pete. Let's have some lunch.
On the 5th of last month, Dominic Leopold was down in Miami fishing. FBI agents took that with a long lens.
Who's the guy in the yacht?
Deaver Wallace, Joe.
Utilities Authority?
Yeah. The ownership title on that boat was transferred to Wallace for the sum of $1. Leopold was the original owner.
Go on.
Wallace has a place in town and a place in the hills.
And a rich wife.
Not that rich. Not rich enough to put up the kind of money he's been losing on the stock market this past year. His bank's getting a little worried.
So am I if he's fooling around with a guy like Leopold.
I want to ask the court's permission to put a tap on Wallace's phones, Joe. Find out exactly what's going on with Leopold.
Five years ago, I almost had Leopold for loan sharking. Another time, I knew I had him for extortion. Both times, my key witnesses showed up missing and the bums never spent a day in jail. Sufficient probable cause?
I think so. Aside from those, the FBI has an informant in Miami who can testify how many times they've met down there and what they've talked about. It smells like bribery, Joe, and those Miami trips provide the interstate element.
All right. I'll talk to the Attorney General about the wiretap. And while you're at it, have the FBI give Wallace a complete check. Credit rating, income, what he pays or paid for those 2 houses, what he owes, the whole sheet. Do you think it's going to get us anywhere?
Well, there are a couple of other things, Joe.
Frank Romeo. The FBI checked him out. He's wanted for a Dyer Act violation.
Well, what's this got to do with Leopold?
I want to bring him in and talk to him, Joe. There's a connection there someplace, I'm sure of it.
They checked out Vinnie Romeo, too.
The rumors are that Vinny's been drinking at a couple of different bars, and he has threatened to open up about Leopold's operation.
Well, Pete, you're Vinny's old pal. Why don't you call him up, buy him a drink, and see if you can get him to cry on your shoulder?
We can't locate him, Joe.
FBI man on the phone. Wants to talk to anybody in charge this weekend.
That's me.
Going for a long trial, huh?
Matter of fact, I am, yes.
First one?
Yeah.
In the seminary, Mr. Hamilton?
Never.
You a liberal?
What?
Were you ever liberal?
Well, that's not an easy question to answer.
Ex-seminarians and ex-liberals. They make the best prosecutors.
Hello? Yeah?
There's the phone, Mr. Dobbs. Thank you. Yes. Who? Oh, yes. Yeah, I get the picture. All right, call Luke Burgess. Tell him to get Pete. Don't call me sir.
Evening, Mr. Gallagher. I don't get it. They kill him with an ice pick. Ice pick. You ever hear such a thing? That's the way they used to kill squealers. Vinny was no squealer. They should have had some respect for him. I mean, you want to kill a guy, get rid of him, that's one thing. But Vinny was always a stand-up guy. They could have had some respect for him. They didn't have to do like that. Did you see what they did to him?
He's right on the break, Pete. Right on the break. I think this may be what we've been waiting for. Now, look, you're his pal, so I'll rough him up and you be charming. Okay.
Hey, he says I drove a hot car across the state line. I mean, I guess if I ain't got enough trouble tonight with my only brother, my flesh and blood...
That's a violation of the Dyer Act. You're going down for 5 years.
Wow. 5 years for 57 Etzel?
That's the way it reads.
Right. Hey, Mr. Gallagher.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I was asking him about you.
These handcuffs are necessary, but please, take them off. You have an absolute right to remain silent, Frank. You don't have to answer one question. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Anything you do or say can be used against you. Got that?
Yeah.
You have a right to have an attorney present during an interview, and you don't have to answer one question, not one, until you've spoken to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can't afford an attorney. The court will appoint one for you, Frank. Or we'll contact the public defender. We're going to make sure you're represented.
Hey, unique. You know, that's really unique. He just told me the exact same thing, word for word, right?
Right.
Well, how do you like that? How do you like that? I just identified my nearest of kin, my dead brother, who's going to get a good funeral, the best. And he tries to hang a 5-year rap on me.
You want a lawyer, Frank?
No, I got a good one. But before he gets here, let me tell you something. And you. By our sainted mother, I ain't gonna let them get away with what they done to Vinny. I'm gonna do something about that.
What are you going to do to him, Frank?
Huh?
Do you know who did it?
No.
Do you even know why he got killed?
Yeah, I know why. He thinks I don't know why. But I know why. I'll tell you why.
Don't tell me. Tell him.
Vinny was too smart for him. He got the upper hand on him.
You got the upper hand on who, Frank?
Well, you know, Vinny was always a very careful guy. He kept, records, like names, dates, places.
Where?
Huh?
Where did he keep the names, dates, places?
Hey, what a question.
I think it's a very good question. Why don't you answer it?
Ook. Tell us who killed your brother, Frank. We'll get him.
Dominic Leopold.
Dominic Leopold ordered that hit?
Forget it. Forget I mentioned it. Forget I mentioned his name.
I'm forgetting nothing. I heard it loud and clear. Dominic Leopold.
You're coming out kind of strong, ain't you? You gonna let him get away with that?
No, he's not, Frank. He's gonna punch me in the nose. Then he's gonna kick me in the head. Then maybe you and him will go down to Mexico City and start a crap game. Just answer the question. Please, let's give him a break.
Frank. Frank, did Leopold order that hit?
I don't feel good. I gotta figure this thing out.
Figure what out?
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna get out of it.
What do you want out of it, Frank?
I don't know. I mean, you got a brother. He was my only brother, you know. I mean, I got to put my mind on this.
Put your mind to this. Tomorrow morning, you're being arraigned in federal court.
At 10 o'clock.
You know, some guys don't understand nothing.
What are you doing here? I was expecting him. You know I don't like things like that.
I thought we ought to have a talk.
About what?
Portland Project.
Drink?
Nothing to drink, but you. I got out of the habit a long time ago. That's all it is, really. Habit.
Where's the rest of it?
I have to pay my people. You have to pay yours.
The last time it works this way.
I thought we had an agreement.
Agreement's going to be changed. All the bids for the Portland project are in. I haven't made my recommendation yet. It's taking a chance, but maybe it's a good thing you're here.
Is there any trouble?
Bentley Construction, Hardell Engineering, and Pollard Builders, right?
The combined name is Induct Systems. They have all the equipment. They can do a fine job. And I'm sure they will have a competitive figure.
I haven't looked at the bid yet.
I don't understand, Mr. Wallace. After all, it's around $10 million. And 5% of $10 million is quite a round figure.
Well, 10% would be a lot rounder.
What?
Well, by the time that 5% gets to me, it's more like 1/2%. I want a straight 10% on the Portland project. No cut-ins, no expenses, no people to pay off. I told you it was going to be different.
Who pays them?
You do.
Oh. Well, that is quite different.
You in or out?
In, of course.
Of course. I'll expect full payment the minute it's approved.
I see the approval. You get the money.
Can you find your way out?
Sure. I can find my way out.
How's he gone, Wally?
Don't call me Wally.
I thought you liked it.
Maybe I did. I don't anymore.
Why don't you just let me make you come?
You cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Tiddle, please.
What is this? Look, you better grow up.
I'm going to make you a great big breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Hey, chilling.
And I love you.
Sure. Ed. I didn't call you to ask you what time it was. Have you got that Index Systems bid handy?
No. We'll go down to the office and look it over. I want to present it to the mayor tomorrow, first thing. Did he pay off on the Abelhard? What there is of it. It's not enough, not even close. But he went for the 10%. You talked to him? I talked to him. Good night.
Wallace went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different universities.
And never graduated from any of them.
This girlfriend of his cost him much?
Oh, a lot. She likes to wear clothes. She likes to take trips, too. When she isn't traveling, he keeps her in that little nest up in the hills. He could afford it for a while. A couple of years ago, he went into a stock buying partnership with Schilling. They made a small killing together. But then they took their collateral and made a big plunge. It's still going down.
And Schilling's riding it out with him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
His International Savings and Loan has advanced them quite a bit of money. What kind of an outfit are they?
Benny Ray's on their board of directors.
Benny Ray? You mean Leopold's brother-in-law?
Benny, baby.
What's next? The Portland project, Your Honor. Oh, take about an hour.
What's the bidding like, Ed?
Specifications limited about half the normal number of contractors, Your Honor, but we did come up with 6 qualifying.
Ed's recommending Index Systems, Your Honor. I'm inclined to approve on his recommendation.
Index Systems.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I'd like to study it a bit more first.
Fine. Your Honor, anything else?
No, that'll do for the morning, I think. Edwina, the children, all right?
Yeah.
That's great. How's your family?
Fine, Your Honor.
I'll get back to you on that.
Good.
We'd like to keep this a day or two.
I find it hard to accept any part of what you've been telling me. In fact, I simply can't accept it without proof. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're both dead wrong.
Does your appearance here today have anything to do with the death of your brother? I'm sorry, brother. My client is not allowed to answer any questions. Well, how about a statement on the arraignment? On the stolen car. Already on the public record. Sorry. How about after the arraignment? Can we talk to you then? There would be no statement. Is there any connection between this case and the death of your brother? No statement. You know, the word's out, Frank, that you're about to talk in front of the grand jury. Is that true? Come on, Frank. Is it true, Frank? All I want to know. Is it true? I said there'd be no statement. Frank, just give me a quick yes or no, Frank.
The grand jury charges Arthur Lloyd Trenier with the sale of narcotics in violation of Title 21, United States Code, Section 841.
Has the defendant been furnished with a copy of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Proceed with the arraignment.
Arthur Lloyd Trenier, how do you plead?
Your Honor, may the matter of the plea be put over for 1 week. There are a number of motions I'd like to consider and perhaps also discuss the case of the United States Attorney.
Mr. Hamilton.
The government has no objection, Your Honor.
Very well. 1 week from today. The defendant is ordered to appear here on that day at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. May bail remain as set by the magistrate?
What does the government recommend?
In view of the fact that this offense carries a possible 15-year sentence and a maximum fine of $25,000, I ask that the bail be increased in order to ensure the presence.
Counsel, tell me about the defendant.
Your Honor, Mr. Trenier is a married man. He has 1 child. He has never been in any trouble with the law. He's 27 years old, a college graduate. He was quite a remarkable athlete, as a matter of fact. He's been a long-time resident of the community, and he's employed as an airline executive.
That's enough, counsel. Bail will remain the same.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Call the next case.
Number 2 on today's calendar for arraignment, Francis Beniamino Romeo.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Pine representing Mr. Romeo.
Francis Beniamino Romeo, is that your true name?
Yeah.
Talking to the microphone, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Pine, do you have a copy of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready to proceed.
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Gallagher for the government.
All right.
The United States of America versus Francis Beniamino Romeo. The grand jury charges Francis Beniamino Romeo with a violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 2312.
Joe. No comment, Abe.
No questions.
Fine.
I was thinking of making a bet that Romeo will draw a $5,000 bail, and Pine will have it posted by the end of the day.
That'd be a good bet, Abe.
Yes, I think so, too. But after, when he's out on the street, then what happens?
Romeo, brother of slain mobster Vincent Romeo, has threatened to disclose intimate details of
job activities to the United States Attorney. At present, Romeo is at liberty after posting a $5,000 bond in federal court.
Maggie.
Several messages, Mr. Wallace.
Tomorrow? Tell him no. Tomorrow.
Oh, and Mr. Schilling would like to see you as soon as possible.
Tell him I'm here.
What'd the mayor say?
He wouldn't see me.
The finance company's calling in our notes.
That's impossible.
I'm not the finance company. I just know they couldn't get to you on the phone, but they got to me.
Nobody's got that kind of money.
We have to have an adjustment on this loan. What kind of an adjustment? $100,000 would help, Mr. Schilling. Of course, we'd have more confidence if we'd just clear it all up.
When?
Now. Right now. We need money. We need it now. And we need it in cash.
Mrs. Wallace, I want to see you.
Well, Joe. Some interesting developments on Dominic Leopold. Bendelay Construction is run by Vernon Ray.
Leopold's nephew.
That's right. Handel Engineering, George Ray is behind that. And Pollard Builders are property of Ben Franks.
Ben Franks?
Another name for George Ray.
You're sure?
Positive.
That makes us Induct Systems all Leopolds.
That's right.
A lot of hidden ownership.
All kinds.
Enough stuff here to take to the grand jury?
Not yet, but I've got a feeling Frank Romeo is going to wrap it up for us.
You've got a feeling?
Yeah.
That's what you want me to tell Washington?
Wouldn't sound too good, would it?
No. But I'll think of something.
Mr. Gallagher. The Treniers and their lawyer are in with Mr. Hamilton.
Oh, thanks, Aunt. Would you put those in my office, please?
I've advised Mr. Trenier that I've advised Mr. Trenier that taking this step could be extremely prejudicial to his defense, but he's insisted. And before we go any farther, I want to assure you.
Assure him. Mr. Hamilton's prosecuting this case.
Mr. Hamilton, I want to assure you that Mr. Trenier's background is exceptional, and that...
Excuse me, counsel. I'm fully aware of your client's background. Now, are you aware that anything you say here can be used against you in court?
Yes, he told me that.
Do you understand that, Miss Trenier?
Yes.
All right, then. This case is scheduled to go to trial in court. I can't decide the merits of the case here. I can't try it here. The only thing I can promise you is that we'll listen to what you have to say. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me just a minute. All right, go ahead.
I know I did a dumb thing, a stupid thing. But I am not a criminal. I mean, I am not guilty the way the law says that I'm guilty. I thought I was trying to help a friend. I honestly thought that I was trying to save a friend's life.
Whose?
Miles Henderson. He runs a filling station and a small cafe in Radford County. Well, that's how I got to know him. One night about 4 months ago, he stopped by the house, remember?
Yes.
He seemed to be very upset. He was in terrible shape. He took me outside and he asked me if I would do him a favor, pick up a package. Well, it sounded kind of crazy to me. I mean, the package was in a telephone booth, and the package was in a telephone booth, and it had medicine in it, and he had terrible, terrible pains in his stomach. He was crying, and he begged me. He said he had these pains in his stomach, and that He couldn't pick up the package himself because it was... because it was dangerous for him. But that I could go over and pick up the package because it wasn't dangerous for me because nobody knew me. Now, wait a minute. He was crying and he begged me. I felt sorry for him. I mean, he looked so bad that I went over and I did it. I picked it up for him.
Did you know that it was narcotics?
Well, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't suspect something like that. But I didn't open that package. I mean, he looked so bad, I just went over and picked it up.
How much did he pay you for that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, according to this, Mr. Trenier, you sold Henderson 28 grams of 50% pure heroin last October 5th.
No,
now, if
that's
that's
a
true,
lie.
that's a
That's a
clear
lie!
That's a serious violation of federal law.
Okay, I was dumb. But I wouldn't be sitting here right now telling you the story if that's all there was to it. Now, you can tell that there's more than what's written down on your piece of paper there.
Henderson is going to testify to that sale, and that he paid you $400. And we have that heroin as evidence. It just didn't come floating out of
Mr.
the
Hamilton,
sky.
I'm trying to explain my side of the story.
You're going to have your day in court, Mr.
You want to listen to what I have my side of... Will you listen to me?
I don't think we're getting anywhere here, gentlemen.
Yes, I agree.
Thanks for your time.
Well, you'll probably try an entrapment defense.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that'll collapse once I get Henderson on the stand. The past 6 years, he's been an undercover agent in Radford County.
He's going to make a good witness.
Well, he sounds like a good witness. I don't know. Sometimes even a good witness, they get cross-examined, they get crossed up.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
A busy day. We are all busy men. Any announcement on that Portland project?
No. But we'll want something down on it right now.
Oh?
5% will do it. And some other things have come up, too. Ed?
The Kinsey Aqueduct proposal has been reactivated. We'll start asking for bids on it right after the first of the year. It's going to be in excess of $50 million in construction.
Very interesting.
Now, that's a great deal of money. I advise you to alert your friends.
I'm only interested in the Portland project right now.
The mayor always follows my recommendations.
I'm relieved to hear that.
Well, I'm not sure I like your tone.
No offense, Mr. Wallace. thought we were going to wrap this up a long time ago.
The mayor will make his final approvals before the end of the week. I guarantee it.
I guarantee full payment when it's wrapped up.
How much longer is this going to be?
Oh, not much longer, Mr. Henderson.
Well, I hope not. The punk I got watching my station's liable to give somebody $10 worth of change for a $5 bill.
Station keep you pretty busy?
Busy enough.
And you also work for the sheriff part-time?
That's right.
What is that, every day or once a week or what?
I go in when they need me. What else?
Oh, just a few more things. How well do you know Trenier?
A couple of years.
Saw him fairly often?
So-so.
How did this heroin business come up?
Well, he let me know he traveled in and out of the country a lot, could get anything he wanted.
It was his idea?
Of course it was his idea. Why?
Well, there isn't any corroboration here, Mr. Henderson. We're going to have to rely rather heavily on your testimony alone.
So?
Well, to make our case.
I've made a lot of cases before.
I'm sure you have. Did you ever let him think your life was in some kind of danger, that you wanted him to do you a favor?
Of course not.
Well, that's the way Trenier's going to testify, Mr. Henderson.
Well, he can testify any way he wants to, Sonny. Anything else?
No, I guess not. 8 o'clock Monday morning, huh?
I'll be there.
Oh, I spoke to Sheriff Baines yesterday. He says you only get paid when you get a conviction.
That's the way it always is.
Oh, I know that. How do they pay you for that sort of work, Mr. Henderson?
I turn in a voucher.
Well, is there anything else you think I should know? I don't like to get surprised in court.
Yeah. You got this punk good. Stack him away.
Oh, Mr. Dubbs, what do you do if you don't like your star witness?
You don't have to like him. The government doesn't choose its witnesses. We take them as we find them. All you want is his testimony.
I don't know whether I believe him or not.
Well, make up your mind. Check the testimony. Check him. If you don't believe it, the jury won't.
talk to Dominic Leopold. Are you finished? Are you finished? Because I want you to shut up and listen to every word I got to say, and then you tell it word for word to Dominic Leopold. Number one, I know all about them construction companies. I know the names, dates, places, prices, everything. Now, all that information is on the open market right now, and I got another very interested customer called the government of the United States of America. You got it? Shut up, you punk, and listen. I don't forgive you. Number two, I don't forgive you. Yeah. Frank Romeo don't forgive you for what you done to Vinny. You're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay me $100,000 in cash. In small bills. Number three, you can tell Dominic Leopold that I ain't afraid of him or any of you punks, and I got an ice pick for him and any of you want to get cute.
FBI.
Mother God. Mother God.
Sam, where do you have Frank Romeo? In the office. Oh, thanks. Hello, Pete. Okay. All right, let's start with a man named Mackey. He was driving that truck tonight, Frank. Who is he? Who does he work for? If you cooperate, I'll make sure that the judge that hears your case knows about it. That could have an effect on what happens to you. You understand? But more importantly, Frank, there's a way for you to have a new name. Even a new face. Live in another part of the country. Be protected. Your brother had information for me, didn't he? That's why he sent you to see me, wasn't it, Frank? Vinny trusted you. He trusted you with something. What was it? He trusted you with some information for me, didn't he, Frank? What is it? Where is it? There's a contract out on you, Frank. Baby, they're gonna kill you. There are three things that I can do about you, Frank. I can ask the judge to revoke your bail, I can put you back in jail, I can leave you there until your trial. Or, I can hold you before the grand jury with a grant of immunity, but if you refuse to testify there, they're going to cite you for contempt, they're going to throw you back in jail, and that's in addition to the years you've already got facing you. Or, Frank, I can walk out there and I can tell that marshal, you see him? I can tell that marshal to come in here and pick you up and throw you back out on the street tonight.
Mrs. Trenier, Mr. Hamilton will see you now. That one.
Trenier, sit down, won't you? I was surprised when you called. I should tell you that I was very reluctant to meet with you. Does your husband know you're here?
No.
Well, does his lawyer know you're here?
No, I didn't tell him.
Well, I have to tell you that a visit like this could jeopardize your husband's situation.
Look, I would do anything to keep him out of prison, anything.
I understand your feelings, Mrs. Trenier. It's up to the jury to decide whether or not your husband's guilty. Let me reiterate that I have no power...
I don't think that that's quite true.
What?
About my feelings. There's no way possible that you could know how I feel.
The court is only interested in the evidence.
I know that. I know that. That's why I wanted to meet with you here today. Because there is some evidence that will not be heard in the court.
What evidence is that? Is it important evidence? If you feel it's something important, you should tell it to your lawyer and let him decide whether or not
it's very important to me. Well, I'm dying.
What did you say?
Why don't you look at this?
How long have you known about this?
They told me about a month ago.
Does your husband know about this?
No.
Well, I certainly think you should tell him.
Dr. Polis told me that I have a few more months. I don't know what that means. I do know this, though. I want to spend every one of them with my husband and my baby. Do you understand me?
Oh, yes.
I hope you do.
Copies of the bids.
Go on.
Hey, Pete, I don't like him. He keeps looking at me funny. Get rid of him.
He's the boss, Frank. But don't let him bother you. You're doing fine. Go on.
Then, Vinny used to deliver copies of the bids to Leopold, and Leopold would look them over, and then he would know what all the bids are. So he'd get one of his companies to bid a little cheaper, and one of his companies always got the job.
Yeah.
Then Leopold would take his cut. The guys downtown would take their cut, and taxpayers like you and me, we're paying a freight, you know? It's sad, huh?
What guys downtown?
Huh?
What guys downtown?
Schilling? Ed Schilling? Yeah.
Who else, Frank?
A guy named Wallace, I think.
Beaver Wallace? We need proof. Do you have any proof?
Huh?
Proof. Evidence.
You once told me that Vinny kept records of everything. You remember?
You said he was a very careful guy? I ain't no squealer.
I know that, Frank. We all know that. Neither was Vinny. And Vinny's dead now. Don't try to handle this thing alone, Frank. Not anymore. It's too big for you. You need friends. Trust us. We'll protect you, and we'll get Leopold, too. I think that's what Vinny would have wanted. Don't you?
That's what he wanted.
I ain't sure. I don't know.
I had to call Washington about you. They're willing to relocate you, but they aren't willing, and neither am I, to go along with anything except the whole truth. What is that evidence?
Vinny kept records, copies of all the bids, copies of the letters.
That's the evidence we need.
Where is it, Frank?
It's, way across town.
Go get it. We'll get you out of town.
All right, I'll get it. But I won't go without him and without him.
What is this?
Well, they're my friends.
All right, Frank. We'll go with you.
We wouldn't want you to go alone.
Why not? That's what you're here for. That's why all these people come down here every day. Work hard. It's your job to prosecute.
I don't think it'll serve any purpose to prosecute Trenier, and I don't think it's in the best interest of the government.
You didn't think that way yesterday.
Yeah, well, I didn't know about Trenier's wife yesterday. But look, I think there's a way to solve this. Let's go to the Brooklyn plan. Have him go before the judge, waive a speedy
It's a
trial.
narcotics violation. He's not eligible for the Brooklyn fine.
All right, then, get his lawyer in here. Suggest that he plead guilty. And ask the judge to suspend execution of sentence. And put him on probation.
Keep him out of jail.
Yes, I want to keep him out of jail.
I'm going to tell you where you are right now. About 1 inch from clearing out of this office and away from this business. The violation is clear. The man committed a crime. He broke the law. Prosecute him. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure.
Pete, I don't want to be around here too long. It's all right, Frank. Go on. See ya. You guys are going to get Leopold now, huh?
What did they say about Lewis?
They don't know. Concussion? Guy is me.
How about yourself?
I'm all right. I just got dirty. I got all of us very dirty, Joe.
It's not your fault.
Our case blew up in that culvert, Joe.
We've still got some of it. We'll get the rest. We'll just keep digging. Come on.
I'm not going to approve this bid, Deaver.
But you've got to.
9 times out of 10, I'd go along with any recommendation that you and Ed made.
But you've got to consider that the city hasn't received any bids nearly as good as this one.
Well, the figures are fine. They're acceptable enough. But the Combine, Induct Systems, isn't. And I'm not the only one who doesn't like it.
I don't follow you, Mr. Mayor.
Maybe you'll follow this. The Department of Justice is interested. I've been talking to the United States Attorney, and he tells me Bendelay Construction, Handel Engineering, and Pollard Builders all have vague, silent partners. You should have known that. It's your job.
Mr. Mayor, I don't believe I understand you, Mr. Mayor. The city's been doing business with these companies for...
Vague, silent partners I don't like. Dominic Leopold, for one. Let me tell you so you'll understand. I don't want to have anything to do with him. I don't want to have anything to do with anyone connected with him. In any way.
Of course, Dan.
Mi piace molto la opera. Mia opera favorita.
Mr. Leopold. I took a chance coming here. I wanted to speak to you alone.
We're alone. What is it, Mr. Schilling?
wouldn't. I have a piece of information. I think it's worth $10,000. Can you give me $10,000 tonight?
Are you thinking of taking a trip?
I asked you a question. Can you give me $10,000 tonight?
What is the information?
It's about the Portland project.
Portland project. It's off.
You know.
Your information, Mr. Schilling, is not worth $10,000. Your information is worth nothing.
But I've got that.
You've got to do what I tell you to do from now on, Mr. Schilling. One man from now on, no more. And that's me. And don't come around here at night like this with your foolish little schemes. And don't plan any foolish little trips, or you will get yourself in trouble. You go home, Mr. Schilling. Have a good sleep. Tomorrow you call me here. I will tell you what I want you to do. One man. Mi piace molto la Scala di Milano. È mio cantante favorito, Melissa Cadetti. Bravo, Matteo.
Fine.
Hi, Marcy. Change, please?
Oh, sure.
Just fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Say, how's Luke?
He's going to be all right. We were worried about his eyes, but he's all right.
Good, good. We'll see you tomorrow, right?
Night.
Yeah.
Good night. Hap?
I have.
Pete?
Sit down.
Thanks.
Worked out a great philosophy sitting here.
Well, we could use some good philosophy tonight.
Yeah, she's my philosophy. You have to admit she's a pretty girl, sir.
Don't call me sir.
Yeah, the world's full of pretty girls. Just like that one. This time next week, most of them will still be around. Not one in 10,000 knows what's going to happen tomorrow or a month from tomorrow. Except one that I know of. And she's going to die. All alone. Because I'm going to put her husband in jail, sir.
Would you like some more coffee, gentlemen?
Oh, yes, Marcy, I would. Thank you.
It's on the house.
Mr. Schilling? Mr. Schilling?
Mrs. Pearson, I'm with the Daily News. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Hirsch. Abe Hirsch. That's right. I'm sorry to waken you, Mrs. Pearson, but I've been told that you work for a man by the name of Edmund Schilling. Is that right? When was the last time you saw Mr. Schilling? Well, did he say or do anything unusual?
Mr. Dubs, I found this in his outbox. Since it was addressed to you, I thought I'd better give you a ring.
The rest of your case, Pete? I'm sorry. You're always sorry and always too late.
I've been waiting almost an hour. Hear about Schilling?
Yes. Schilling was a foolish man.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I don't know what he said or who he talked to. But the U.S. Attorney's Office called. I was out. Next time they call, I'm telling them to call you.
You're going to turn me in.
That's right.
It's a waste of time, Mr. Wallace. It's you they're calling, not me.
If I go, you go too. Just remember that. Your only way out now is to give me my percentage of the Portland project.
What kind of a man are you? Trying to pull a shakedown like this? The Portland project has been killed. You know it, and so do I. You better think about something else. The finance company you are paying 1% a month on $200,000 is mine. My company. Mr. Wallace, I want my money.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Anything else?
No.
Good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Okay. Yeah. Take it easy.
Good night, Ben.
Get out of here, Abe.
Hold it, Pete. I understand you've got a complaint there for Diva Wallace.
Where'd you hear that?
And another one for Dominic Leopold.
Where does he hear these things?
I don't know.
Come on, Joe. Confirm or deny.
What's got into him?
Maybe he's gone crazy.
You know, I can't make a statement right now, not until after an arrest.
Joe, I'm going to write my story before an arrest. I can speculate in print, but I don't want to.
What does that mean?
I know you've worked and waited a long time to get Leopold. That's common knowledge.
I'm not so sure a man like Leopold or what he represents is common knowledge, Abe. I'm not sure at all. Oh, you think you know. The man out there in the street thinks he knows, but what is Leopold? A racketeer, a part of organized crime? Those are only labels. He's more than that, and what he does is more dangerous, more subtle, more deadly. He's got money. It's easy for him to corrupt a public official like Diva Wallace, but that's only one danger. Now look at it this way, Abe. If there were a way to take a predatory criminal like a burglar out of society, nobody'd miss him very much. But if the confederation of men who make up organized crime were suddenly obliterated, the racketeers, they'd be suddenly missed, seriously missed, badly missed, sadly missed. You know why? The public. The public keeps them in business, and men like Leopold provide forbidden goods and services that the public demands. Gambling, prostitution, loan sharking. Those are the things that Leopold represents, and if we can get one of those monsters out of business, we're in business. And if you quote me, I'll kill you. And he'll help me. Right?
Right.
Darling, don't you like it?
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. Don't turn on the light.
Oh, why not? I want you to sing.
Don't turn on the light.
You know, I've been thinking we should take a trip. Oh, someplace where there's sun and sand and the blue sea. Oh, I get awfully tired of all this cold weather. Can we take a trip, huh? Oh, that's wonderful. When do we get to go?
Anytime.
What could that be? Well, no matter who it is, why don't you tell them to go away?
I'll try.
I love you.
FBI, Mr. Wallace.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Pete.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Hal. I've been thinking about that Trenier matter. I think you have the best solution.
Can I call Mrs. Trenier and tell her?
I think you should.
Thank you, sir.
Don't call me, sir.